Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For fast and the cheapest coins anywhere, make sure you guys check out MMOEXP.com and use code ZERK for 5% off your order. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another Madden Ultimate Team video, and today I'm going to be ranking every promo that we have had so far in Madden 22. Now, if you guys have not already seen it, McCullough, the absolute legend, okay, he actually makes my MUT bingo. He makes like the template and everything for MUT bingo, does some other stuff. I've had him make like a thumbnail or two before in the past when I did the series there with CC and of course with ScoMo as well, when I did participate in the bundle battles. And ScoMo, I believe, has already done a video on this, so if you guys haven't seen his video, go check it out. You guys can go ahead and compare my rankings versus his. But McCullough actually made this list last week and tweeted it at pretty much every YouTuber and said, you know, there's no content, so I made this for you guys. So shout out to McCullough, the GOAT. I actually didn't get around to it last week though, and I didn't want to let it go to waste, so I ain't gonna be doing this. As I said, ScoMo already did a video on the ranking. I'm not sure if anybody else has, but I did not look at ScoMo's video because I didn't want to know what he did, because ScoMo has that boomer mentality, so I didn't want to go ahead and get any advice from him on his ranking. So I did not see his video yet. I will watch his video after I'm done recording this because I want to see exactly what he thinks versus me. I don't give a shout out to Bryce Smith for being a part of the Nota Gang. If you guys want a chance to shout out in the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, notification on, and comment down below Nota Gang. And also guys, today we do have the NBA and also college football, so if you guys want to check out Underdog Fantasy, you can use code ZERK to match your first deposit up to $100. I won $375 yesterday on Underdog Fantasy with the NFL games, and also there are some huge playoff tournaments currently going on that you guys can enter in. There is one with a $1 million prize pool with $200,000 going to first, and one with a $100,000 prize pool with $15,000 going to first. So definitely make sure you guys check that out before the playoffs start, and check out my pinned tweet over on Twitter if you guys want more details on the drafts. But as I said, use code ZERK, match first deposit up to $100. So with that, guys, let's get into this. So we have a bunch of promos to go over. Now we're gonna start off right here. Boom, we have the Blitz promo. Okay, so many things go into my ranking of the Blitz promo itself. Number one, we have the player selections, of course, and number two, the offers. So I think in terms of the players, I think it was actually a really good promo for the players for sure. You know, we had Jamar Chase, we had Derwin James, we had Bo Jackson, we had Lamar Jackson, we had Montez Sweat, we had the LTD Kyle Pitts. I feel like those are pretty good, and also the offers, I felt like the offers were pretty solid as well. And with the Bo Nose X Factor on that Bo Jackson, I mean, that card was crazy. Now, do I think it was a S tier promo? I think for it to be in the S tier, I know a lot of people, and of course, it's the Blitz promo, right? If you're no money spent, you probably think the promo is terrible because it's just not a no money spent promo. Blitz is always going to be a money spender's promo. For a money spender, this was a great promo. I really feel like it was. I do wish, once again, that they would have incorporated, you know, offers with training points, which they just haven't done in the last couple of years now. But I think this was a pretty solid promo. So for me, I'm going to put this in the A tier. Now, next up, we have the Bo Nose promo. Now, instantly, one thing that I think would have made this promo so much better is just getting a free player. Like, why did we not get a free Bo Nose player from the promo? I don't understand that. Also, I forgot to mention this as well. The free strong safety Bo Jackson from the Blitz promo, that was really good too. So I will put that definitely in A tier there. With the Bo Nose promo though, I mean, the player selections that we got some pretty good cards, right? We got Randall Cunningham in there. He was definitely one of the top guys. Barry Sanders, which honestly, not a lot of people really even use that Barry Sanders. Calvin Johnson, you know, Darrelle Revis, Sean Taylor towards the end as well. So I feel like the player selection was pretty good, and it was just kind of cool to have the additional players in there, just to have, you know, on Monday have some cards. Now, the first week was really bad, though, the way they did it, and the sets were so expensive. Then they kind of made up for it by actually adding in packs and the training rerolls. But I think if they gave us a free player, this would be, I don't know, S tier necessarily. Like, it was a pretty solid promo. So I think for me, Bo Nose goes in B tier. You know, if maybe we had some crazier players, it'd be A tier, and a free player A tier too. it goes in B. We've got Campus Heroes, so I guess I'm going to talk about this with Campus Heroes 1 and Campus Heroes 2, and honestly, I feel like Campus Heroes 2 was a little bit of a letdown, right? Definitely a little bit of a letdown in my opinion. Really, the only great card from the promo, I would say, is Percy Harvin. You know, Brian Arakpo is pretty decent, but there are some better outside linebackers. The 94s, nothing really too crazy there. And then if we go back to the Campus Hero 1 though, we did have the Reggie Bush, which was awesome, right? We got the Reggie Bush in there. Vince Young was an amazing card in Campus Heroes 1. Also, we did have, you know, Javon Curse, which is always a great card right there. And aside from that, we had some other decent cards. Brian Dawkins, Reggie White, Joey Galloway, Derek Thomas. I mean, it was decent. And of course, we did get some free players too. I think with the Campus Heroes 2, it brings down its ranking. I think, you know, we got free players. Campus Heroes 1 was pretty good, but 2 was a little bit of a letdown. I think this goes B, I guess. And just keep in mind, I'm not, you know, ranking inside of the B or A tier, whatever. I just throw them in B, they're in B tier. I'm going to say B tier, because Campus Heroes 1 was better than 2, but at least we did get a free 94, and we got a free player Campus Heroes 1, and the Reggie Bush card was just nasty. We move on to Campus Legends. So this is the Superstar KO mode with the Campus Legends, and I mean, like, it was cool. You know, we had a bunch of cool players you could go in there and use that, you know, weren't in Madden Ultimate Team at the time, like Tim Tebow, whatever. I didn't necessarily care that much about it, and also I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't incorporate a lot of the players that were in Campus Legends into Campus Heroes 2, which they definitely should have done, and they just didn't. So, I mean, it's Superstar KO. It was cool. Nothing crazy. I mean, I guess I'm gonna put it like D tier, because I feel like most people maybe played it once or twice and then just kind of didn't play it again. That's what I did. Now we move on to the Gridiron Forge. So we are on Gridiron Forge 4, and you guys can see we have the free Cam Newton right there. Now the other free players that we had though at the beginning of the year, keep in mind we had the free 87 JC Jackson, then we had the free Ezekiel Elliott. Maybe I'm going to be a little bit biased this one because we had the Zeke there. And then we got the free Jalen Phillips, which was actually a really good pass rusher at the beginning. And then Cam, which, not a crazy card, right? Definitely not a crazy card. And in terms of the other rewards that you guys got throughout playing the Gridiron Forge, I mean, you got a Gridiron pack, you got a Pro Fantasy pack, a 79+, and you got the Elite Player pack, right? So I feel like as a no money spent player, if you're doing this for no money spent, maybe you have it ranked a little bit higher, and I do have a no money spent account and no money spent series, which yes, I'll be bringing that back very soon. I've been seeing all the comments about it here. I think that I liked the Zeke card, maybe because I'm a Cowboys fan. At the time he came out, he was a pretty good running back in the game. JC Jackson was great to have at the beginning, and Jalen Phillips was also really good when he came out. Cam was kind of decent, and the rest of the rewards that you get with the Gridiron Forge promo, they're not great. So I'm gonna say probably C tier, and maybe that's too high. Maybe you want to say D, honestly, because it hasn't been crazy good, but I'll go with C. Now next we have Ghosts of Madden, and I feel like Ghosts of Madden, a couple things you have to think about. Number one, think about those re-rolls and how many LTDs were being pulled. That is definitely going to factor in here to my ranking of the Ghosts of Madden players. And then of course we had Micah Parsons, which I love that card. Devontae Adams is like still one of the best wide receivers in the game, if not the best wide receiver in the game. Tim Tebow, didn't really care for him too much. I love the Vernon Davis. I feel like we had a lot of great cards. We really had a lot of great cards. Devin Hester was really good as well, still really good. A lot of people love the Adrian Peterson. You know, we had Sherman, Pat Pete, D. Ware. I feel like those cards were honestly pretty good. So Ghost of Madden with, you know, the Ghost of Madden past players were done really well. The Ghost of Madden future players, I didn't like how Trevor Lawrence didn't even get Howard Master, you know, didn't really care too much for those cards. And then like the Ghost of Madden present, not crazy also. So Ghost of Madden past, I think we're done really well. And then of course the LTDs, beating the rerolls and everything, I loved that. So it's not going to be S tier for me, but it is going to be A tier. Now we've got the Gridiron Guardians promo. Now I vividly remember the Gridiron Guardians promo. It wasn't that crazy. It really just was not that crazy. The players they pushed out, Ramsey was really cool. Rodgers was really cool. CMC was not even, you know, great at the time that he came out, and Fred Warner was also not that great. We had Jamal Adams in there, but aside from that, that was really it. This promo was kind of lackluster. So, Gridiron Guardians, I mean, we got the Ramsey, we got Rodgers, who was cool to play with, so I guess C tier? Is that a D tier promo? I don't think it's a throwaway necessarily, but, oh man. Is C too high? I feel like, C might be too high for Gridiron Guardians. It might be a D tier promo. You know, like I said, though, we did get the Ramsey, which is a good card. But, I mean, like, if you only have, like, 2 good cards in an entire promo that really mattered. Jamal Adams was up there, too, though, I guess. Oh, man, I don't know. If the Gridiron Forge promo is in C tier, then I feel like Guardians has to be C tier, too. You know what? I think I might rearrange this, though. I think we might move down Gridiron Forge to D because it really hasn't been too crazy. And Campus Legends, I don't want to be mean and say it's a throwaway because it's kind of cool, you know, the players they did in there, whatever, but I feel like people don't even care about it anymore. Obviously, you can't play it anymore, but when it was out, people played it a decent amount. You know, I'm not going to put in throwaway. That'd be too harsh. I'm going to say, nah, I'm going to keep it C. We move on to the Harvest promo. Now, with the Harvest promo, we had Matt Stafford as a limited, which was cool. Jabril Peppers was a pretty good card as limited, too. We, of course, had Tyreek Hill, Antonio Brown, Khalil Mack, Alvin Kamara. We had Dion in there. I feel like that aspect, just the players alone, were pretty good. Now we move on, though, to, you know, the Harvest upgradable players from the Thanksgiving games. We had Malcolm Jenkins, not a great card. Hunter Renfrow, not a great card. We had Mark Andrews, who was solid. Cam Jordan as well in this promo. Deebo Samuel, that was kind of a cool card right there. But I think overall the Harvest promo, you know, between the solos that we had and everything, and also just the players, I wouldn't say that this was a terrible promo, but I don't think that it fits into the A or S tier. I definitely don't think that, but I did like a lot of the players they did come out with, so I'm gonna go with B tier for this. We move on to the Legends. So with the Legends promo, right? It's weekly content. That automatically gives it a little bit of a bonus there because I love anything that's weekly content, having those videos to go over with you guys. Now, the players that they went with Legends, and keep in mind as well, you know, you do get a free Legend for just playing the solos, which is always cool there. The way they did Legends this year, again, you know, you had 2 Legends every single week, and they also had 2 LTDs. I always kind of liked it when we had, you know, 3 Legends in packs, maybe 2 sets and 1 LTD. I kind of like that a little bit more, to be honest with you guys. But it is what it is. Having the 2 Legends there and the player selections that they have done, you know, we got Tony Romo, we've had Walter Payton at the beginning of the year. I feel like we had some pretty solid Legends as well. And I mean, Legends, it's just never going to be really an S tier promo, right? I just don't ever feel like it's going to be an S tier. I think, honestly, with the Legends promo, I don't ever think it's a terrible one, and I don't ever think it's crazy. It's kind of just in between. B tier. Now we move on to the limited editions. Now, I feel like maybe my opinion on these is going to be a little bit different than it would have been a month ago, right? Because recently, these LTDs have actually been in the rerolls with the Zero Chill promo, which has made me like them a little bit more because any good players you can get for really, really cheap. And usually with the LTD promo, you can get a lot of these cards when they're in packs for like 300k, 350k, depending on the players there actually are, and then you could kind of make some really good investments. And I've made a decent amount of coins off buying these LTDs, holding on to them, and then selling them later. You know, Jalen Hurts was really, really cheap. He's one of the top quarterbacks in the game. I do remember buying Quentin Nelson for really, really cheap as well, and making a lot of coins off of him. And then we've had some really good players throughout the year in it too. You know, Justin Herbert was really cool. Byron Jones, loved him, you know, pick him up for the Cowboys team. We had a Tyler Lockett card in there. We had La'el Collins, another Cowboy. We had Stephon Diggs, Nick Chubb, Darren Waller, who was just amazing as well. So again, I don't think this is a D tier, C tier. I almost want to go A because just how cheap these cards are and how many coins I've made off of them. So this is, I mean, it's my opinion, right? And I've made a lot of coins off of limiteds. So I think just because the amount of coins that I've made, and I feel like the players they've done have been pretty good for the most part, this may surprise you. I'm going with A tier. Now we've got the Most Feared promo, and with the Most Feared promo, I thought it was actually pretty good, right? We had T.Y. Hilton as a limited. We had J.C. Horn. That card was incredible. We had Brandon Marshall. He was a great card there too. Aaron Donald. Love to get Aaron Donald cards. DK Metcalf. We had Gronk, you know, a little bit slow there. Randy Moss, though, Lawrence Taylor. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but the most feared promo was actually pretty good. We had Derrick Henry, you know, strong safety, you had Reed, and then we had the Marshawn Lynch card, we had the Marcus Mariota card, we had enraged players. We also had a bunch of players that weren't a part of the most feared promo that actually got enraged as well, like Cam Chancellor, the Cam Newton. I think Vic was also a part of like the enraged most feared players too. I feel like the most feared promo was actually kind of good. In my opinion, I feel like it was pretty good. This is going to go an A tier for me. Now we have, I'm guessing, Cam Chancellor right here, you know, with the ultimate season Cam Chancellor. So what are my thoughts on the Cam Chancellor card? I like the card. I definitely like the card. I also like that you get the free ability on him with out of the way, you know, being out of my way, I believe it is actually, not out of the way, but out of my way, being, you know, 0 AP. I kind of like that, and I still use Cam Chancellor to this day. That card is really, really good. Now, I feel like the grind for him, that's also going to incorporate into my rankings here. The grind for him, not that bad. A lot of people were able to get him pretty quickly, and actually I think I just stopped using Cam Chancellor now because I've got a couple good strong safeties now. Now if they were to come out and maybe drop an upgrade for him to get him up a little bit more, I think that would make the card even better. But it's a free card, you know, pretty much anyone that has played for a while now has him maxed out just from playing the game. And it's Cam Chancellor, you know, if he does end up getting that little upgrade to where you can make him better, have him back in your starting spot, I would love that even more. So, I mean, I don't really have any complaints about it. Honestly, no complaints. So, with Cam, I think I'm going to put him A tier for now. You could almost say S tier, honestly, though. But I'm going to put him A tier just because, as of right now, he's not the best strong safety in the game. He's not, you know, in my starting team. I feel like he's kind of getting outdated right now. But if they had dropped an update for him, maybe with Season 2, just to get him a little bit higher, he would be S tier. Maybe he should be S tier. I'm gonna keep him A. Now, as for the Redux promo this year, honestly, you know, it's cool to see these LTDs get Reduxes, right? And does it affect their price? Not that much. It really doesn't affect their price that much this year because I feel like the pull rates on Reduxes were much higher last year. So it's cool to see players get Reduxes and, you know, be thrown back into packs and allow their prices to get cheaper once their overalls are kind of slightly outdated now. But the pull rates on them are just way down. So Reduxes, you know, last year, I don't remember if I ranked Reduxes last year, but they were probably, you know, higher up because their pull rate's pretty good. I'm going to put them in like C tier. Now we have the Madden Ultimate Season 1. So I guess I'm going to talk about, you know, Hester and Junior Seau, and also just like the level rewards that you got through Season 1. So I definitely like the Hester. Obviously, I think everybody liked the Hester. The card was incredible with Devin Hester, and also that they got every single team chem. Just beautiful. You love to see it, so you can add those cards to any theme team in there. Now, as for, you know, the level up system, it obviously in Season 2 changed a lot, but in Season 1 it wasn't really all that hard to get to maximum level. You also got the free Linval, you got the free George Kittle. The actual packs and rewards you got this year, they're just not as good as they were last year. So I like the Hester and everything in there with the free players you get. I'm gonna go Season 1 B tier. Now on to Season 2 though. So the free players that you get this season, you know, you do get the free Jerry Jeudy. You also get the free PJ Williams. But it took so long for Season 2 to come out. And the power-up passes and everything you get throughout Season 2, it is harder to level up in Season 2 as well. Obviously, you just got to play the game more, honestly. You know, you just can't level up within a couple of days, which some people are maximum level 50. You definitely can get to maximum level 50 if you just play a pretty good amount as of right now. You know, I'm not even maximum level 50 right now. I've been pretty busy with content and doing other stuff, but I'm slowly making my way there. The free players, you know, pretty solid. I like the Taylor Mays and the Tony Baselli that you get with Season 2. And again, with the level rewards, they're just not as good. So I think with Season 2, because it took so long to get here, and also that it is taking longer to level up, I'm not going to have it as high as Season 1. This goes into C tier for me. We have the Stocking Stuffer promo. So in my opinion, the Stocking Stuffer's kind of trash, right? Kind of trash. All the Stocking Stuffers are pretty bad, except for the Masters, and more so CeeDee Lamb for me. Love that card. JC Jackson, I tried him out. I didn't really care for him, but I still have CeeDee Lamb in my team. But the 92 overall players that you got, there really weren't many crazy cards in the promo. There were a couple of, kind of cool cards. Andrew Wingard is one that comes to my mind. That card was pretty good in there. But aside from that, those 92 overalls, they should have been higher overalls. So because we had CeeDee Lamb, and maybe that makes me a little bit biased for this, it's going to be a D tier promo. As for the Superstar promo at the beginning of the year, I felt like it was decent. We had Saquon Barkley. I love getting that promo at the beginning of the year, though, because training is just so expensive. So if you get some decent players with good abilities, that's going to help out. And Saquon, we had Spin Cycle, we had Backfield Master, which made him like the best running back in the game to start off. And he had Recuperation. We had Tyron Smith, we had Vita Vea. Love the Buda Baker. We also had Russell Wilson, Michael Thomas. I love the Von Miller card that we had. We had Marlon Humphrey in there. And as I said, beginning of the year, when you get all these players' abilities, that is so crucial because it's so expensive to add abilities onto players. So I'm going to say, I might have to do A tier. I honestly might. Maybe it's a B tier promo, but again, just how expensive training is the beginning of the year. Getting all these players' abilities, it's just so big. And of course, you did get some free players well from this promo, and Saquon was just nasty. So I'm going to go with A tier. Now we have the Team Builders. So to start off the year, the Team Builders promo was pretty good. We had a lot of good cards in there. We did have Justin Fields, which was a community favorite card. Everybody really liked that card. We also had Jock from the Browns. A lot of people liked him. OJ Howard was a really good card. We had Justin Herbert, L'Jarius Sneed, CeeDee Lamb. There were some pretty solid cards with Season 1. Now, after the Team Builders 1, it kind of gets bad, right? Because at that point, once they release Team Builders 2, Team Builders 3, it's really just for theme teams. So the player overalls, they're just not really usable unless you have a theme team. So I'm factoring in here Season 1, or I guess Team Builders 1, which was amazing at the beginning of the year, and then pretty much every release after that is going to be bad, which we've only had 2 releases so far. So it's going to be a mid. It's a C tier. And then we add Team Diamonds. Now with the Team Diamonds promo, Dan Marino, that card is crazy. He's still a great quarterback. A lot of people still use Dan Marino right now. He obviously got Howard Master in there, which everybody loved, and he has the Aaron Rodgers release. So that is really cool. Now as for the 90 overall Team Builders that we had, Aqib Talib was pretty cool. Aside from that, Ricky Williams was kind of cool in there as well. Charles Haley, Aaron Glenn fast, but kind of just like a really small corner. Jack Tatum in there. I feel like it was decent with the player selections that we had aside from Dan Marino. So Marino's cool. The other players were just decent there. Team Diamonds, I guess it goes B. Now the Team of the Week promo, one thing you kind of have to factor into the Team of the Week promo is the Team of the Year promo, right? Because from just playing the Team of the Week promo, you get a free Team of the Year player in that promo. So that's going to kind of go into my rankings here with this Team of the Week. But then you take a look at the other players that we, can get and then we have gotten. Obviously, I think it's a little bit weird with us only getting one big player from the current week of the NFL, and then you get like the one flashback LTD, and then we get the 2 flashback legend type players like Boomer Esiason, Mike Rucker, and I feel like with Team of the Week, we have had some pretty solid cards as of recently, right? We had Kittle, we had Patrick Surtain, as I said, Boomer Esiason. When he came out, a lot of people said he was the best quarterback in the game. We've had Jonathan Taylor now 2 times, and of course, at the beginning of the year, Team of the Week, it's a lot better then, right? In terms of players that you can actually use. But once we get back, to the Team of the Weeks we're about to have coming out here, I'm pretty sure we're going to have like a Dalvin Cook card coming out and some other pretty notable cards. And as I said, you get that free Team of the Year player. I love to see that. And also you do get that free Team of the Week player fantasy pack as well if you guys been keeping up with that. So Team of the Week for me, B tier. Yeah, B tier sounds right. And we had the Ultimate Kickoff promo back at the beginning of the year, which we had Calvin Johnson and Sean Taylor, and really those two are the most notable players from the entire promo. You know, we had a Will Fuller who was 88 overall, very, very fast in there as well, so that was cool. And then we also had the LTD Julio Jones. I feel like Adrian Amos was a pretty solid, you know, budget card in there too. So getting Calvin, getting Sean Taylor at the beginning of the year, that definitely helps out, and we got some free 88s, whatever. I'm gonna go B tier. Now, Wild Card Wednesday is an interesting one, right? Because we have to think about quite a few things. We have to think about flashbacks, veterans, heavyweights, and rising stars. And also keep in mind, you know, every 4 weeks, you get a free player. So that's really cool there. You get a free player there. There, of course, is the training rerolls for all of these players. And, you know, by far and away, Rising Stars have been the best ones to come out. It's pretty much like every 4 weeks, and you're looking at what free players you want to go with. It's pretty much guaranteed to be Rising Stars. Heavyweights, I feel like, is kind of an underrated one because when those come out, we don't always get offensive lineman upgrades. So that really does help out the O-line in there. Veterans, at times, you know, have been decent. Veterans have been decent. But as I said, Rising Stars, I love to see those come out. You know, we got Justin Jefferson in there, which I thought was kind of weird. Antoine Winfield, you know, we got AJ Terrell, which was really, really cool. We got Kadarius Toney when people were really, really asking for him. We got Gregory Rousseau, Divine Diablo. We got Jalen Waddle, Zach Wilson with Gunslinger, Travis Etienne, Patrick Surtain, also really good cards. So I don't think this is a D tier or C tier. As I said, you know, we get the free players in there. I kind of just think it's a mid promo. And the final promo to rank is Zero Chill. And I think if you guys have watched my videos for the past couple of years, I say this pretty much every single year. My 2 favorite promos of the year, if it's done right anyways, are Team of the Year, which last year I wasn't the craziest fan of Team of the Year with the way they did it. I kind of like to have some player variations in terms of overall, you know, ranging from maybe 95 to 97. Last year we just had 96s and 197. And then I like to have, you know, the trending roll where you can get like a 95, 96, 97 overall player, whatever. But the Zero Chill promo, I think without a doubt, is the only promo this year that I would put in the S tier. You know, the Ghosts of Madden, I'm going to kind of incorporate into the rankings there, which, you know, they put it on here, or McCullough put it on here, I just don't see everything. I kind of have to think about that with the Zero Chill promo, the gifts that we got, the re-rolls that we got throughout the entire promo were really, really good. I mean, so many limited time pulls. You know, we had a bunch of free players with the Zero Chill promo in there too. Without a doubt, I think it is an S tier. With that being said, those are my rankings of every single promo that we've gotten so far in Madden 22. You know, I kind of feel like I'm a more positive person when I look at like the outlook of stuff, so maybe I put stuff higher than you guys may think. And, you know, I didn't put any promo into throwaways. If I was to put any promos into throwaways, it would have been stocking stuff or in Campus Legends probably. So with that being said, guys, hope you did enjoy the video. And if you did, make sure you guys drop a like video. And of course, hit that sub button down below. And of course, I think another thing that kind of goes into the Zero Chill stuff, I know that the gifts themselves weren't crazy for the most part anyways. But then when it comes to like the XL gifts that we got, those players are really cool. And they put them into the re-rolls, which just allowed a lot of people to get them. Quarterback Derrick Henry, my favorite card the entire year. So without a doubt, S tier. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.